Welcome back, guys, to your favorite place to be, hopefully, where we are jumping into a live stream. Going to check out some of the prices, some of the price action happening today. And we'll brush over the news and just generally check in with the cryptocurrency theory community to see what is happening. So let's jump into it right now.
Hey, here we go, drop dead.
And with a spliff of a jiffy, you are right back on it, guys. You are right back here where you're supposed to be. Well, we're going to dive into a couple different things here. Obviously, the crypto market's on the move a little bit. So yeah, let's jump into it, guys. Let's not focus too much on the news this morning. I don't really care to know what the mainstream media is trying to portray in terms of getting the prices to go up. But we do know here on the channel, we do know that the prices are moving up today. Obviously, with the prices moving in over the weekend, we hit new lows, right? We hit new lows, and that in itself is pretty crazy. We'll kind of look into some of these things on why the communities are potentially maybe a recovery rally inbound, right? That's what it's looking like. So let's jump into it, guys. Like I said, we are live, so hope you are coming down to the chat. A lot of people have been reaching out wanting live streams, and we got some movement this week. So hopefully, some of the action for some of these coins will kind of start to pick up. We kind of faded last week into kind of the negative territory. We saw quite a bit of crypto coins go down in terms of price. We saw considerable pullbacks. We were looking at this number here, 2.3 trillion. It looks like it's up just a slight amount today at 2.22%. However, that is creating quite the jump in a variety of coins. I think we're up like $20 on coins like Zcash. Let's check it out on the hourly charts. See what's on the 24-hour charts. So yeah, we got a couple different coins starting to kind of move. We got Hyperliquid, BitTensor, Zcash, some of these meme tokens, some of these decentralized exchange tokens are, of course, on the move as well. Looks like Dash is up a little bit for the 24-hour period at about 32 US dollars. And we're just going through the list, guys. We're kind of, opening up the chat here for you to come down. It looks like, the fear and greed index is about kind of where we were at over the weekend. So not much changing there. But, yeah, I mean, I think that, we need some type of recovery rally if we're going to get anything here worth, anything, right? And, if we don't have that, we're going to basically continue to kind of stay in this slump zone. Which is, not the best place to be. It looks like Bitcoin also looks like they changed the little ticker PNG here, or the little ticker photo here. It looks like the Bitcoin coin's kind of spinning around there. Almost even for the month, almost a flat month. Which in crypto, guys, a flat month is kind of like a downtrend, right? If we see a month that there's not any upward action, we almost consider that a down month. It looks like there's about 200 million futures liquidations on BTC right now. Let's look more into this. Bitcoin just saw around $200 million of futures positions forcibly closed as the price broke below recent highs. Bitcoin dropped from the above $70,000 and mid $60,000 range triggering a large cluster of long liquidations on a major derivatives venue. So I'd love to see where those venues are. That would always be great if we could kind of dive into where those are happening at. But it does look like there were quite a bit of liquidations that occurred. I don't know if that's specifically over the weekend. That'd be kind of important to see. But I guess because it's been running sideways, like we've been in this zone, it's been a pretty broad zone as well. Mid 60s, mostly upward to the upward bound of a little bit over 70K. Volumes, 24-hour volumes up 70.5%. So, yeah, let's check out what the volumes are doing. It looks like there's been a very big volume push here today. I think that's in the last 24 hours. Let's see what's going on with Ethereum. A lot of volume is up here, so let's kind of dig more into that. I want to see kind of a little bit more behind some of these volume increases. So guys, like I said, if you're liking the show, we appreciate you guys coming down. Obviously we're live, so feel free to drop anything. We can always sidestep into various topics, and kind of check in with people about specific questions they might have. That's kind of the purpose of the live stream. We're able to kind of, jump into various topics that we don't usually cover during the week or on the videos or whatnot. If I missed a certain topic, now's your chance to kind of drop it in the channel for us to do a deep dive kind of on the whim, on the spot there. So it's great to have that option, guys. When you guys here on the channel, we like to give you guys that option that we are live. So, dipping into something that's been on your mind with the crypto community over the weekend, throw it in the chat and we will cover it. Let's see here. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the accurate numbers. On some of this stuff. Because sometimes they pull these numbers from, basically various, these are coming from various crypto sites. So it looks like Bitcoin is experiencing a significant surge in trading activity today, with a 24-hour volume up over 68% and futures volume up by 65%. The price is up approximately 2.54% to 2.88% in the last 24 hours. We're looking at a range here on March 9th of about 69,000. About 69,000, right? 24-hour price shift. The volumes increased, the trading volume from 46 billion to 50 billion. Spot volume is up 68% and futures volume is up 65%. This volume spike is characterized by a volume breakout indicating high activity during price increase, which we've kind of been covering here on the channel with some of the, if we get a massive spot price increase, and the futures market is going against that, those people will have to be forced to close out those positions, acting as rocket fuel to basically propel the price higher. And that might be kind of what's going on here. We're kind of at a critical moment here with various coin picks that we're talking about here on the channel, because some of them keep hitting all-time lows. Neo hit, I think, under $2.40 up there, right there, sitting above my head. While also, we dropped you kind of a insider video about the Neo community kind of talking about potentially acquiring a major $400 million position in Zcash, which I don't think anybody on the internet's talking about. This is not a set in stone thing, but it is chatter that's happening around the broader Neo community. So we did try to throw that in there because that increase alone is bigger than the market cap of Neo right now. So it's something to kind of maybe, we kind of watch pan out over the next couple weeks to see if it actually ends up transpiring into reality. But nonetheless, guys, the prices did increase broadly on the crypto market cap. I kind of noticed that when I first got up this morning, is we had a substantial jump kind of to where we were back at almost like Thursday, Friday. We kind of like recovered into that, kind of pushing some of these coin picks that we talked about here on the channel. back into that zone where we basically, it was almost like the weekend was an opportunity grab for people that were watching these downside shifts in the market, and that's exactly what I think people did. I think that's why we have, Wall Street not only opening up massive positions today in some of these ETFs and so forth, some of these various mechanisms of getting into positions within crypto and Bitcoin, because a lot of those options aren't even available over the weekend. So the first thing they do Monday morning before the market opens is they try to get those orders pushed to the front, whether they're market limit, whatever, what have you, expecting that price pump that is going to kind of take us into a potential breakout. And I don't know if that would constitute as a recovery rally, guys. I mean, I feel like we'd have to go above, the mid 70s to really to say, hey, we're actually recovering here on price, at least with Bitcoin. Just because, we've been watching it, it seems like that's kind of what needs to happen, because we've been caught a couple times with these jumps to a little over 70K. I don't know if people are writing them down in their trading notebooks or what have you, but it seems as if we've seen this happen quite a few times, right? We've seen this happen quite a few times, and if we don't get a major pump above that, we're kind of just in this sideways zone, which is not, I don't want to say it's not where we want to be, but it's not where I want to be, because we want to have a clear breakout that looks as if we are propelling to potential back to the 100K mark, and signaling a broader increase in volumes across the altcoin market. So let's jump into the chat here. I know you guys are live and you guys are anxious to throw some stuff into the chat so we can talk about it. Oh, what's up, man? Crypto Rico from Oklahoma. What's good, man? Like I said, guys, feel free to drop it in the chat. A lot of times when we jump on these lives, our main goal is to address people in the chat that are looking for live action. Whether that's trading action or whether that is a general inquire about a coin pick that they might have entered over the weekend. Now's the time, really, to jump in on that, and now is the time to drop that in the chat so we can kind of explore that further, because there are things on the move, guys. I mean, it's always great when we see stuff on the move here on a Monday. We know that that's always a fresh start. Crypto, a lot of times, yesterday I was watching it, we really didn't get much of an increase into the Sunday evening. Sunday's always a hot day too, which kind of, most people, they're at home, they're unwinding, they're kind of looking at those crypto prices, and if we start moving up pretty aggressively, and that goes into Monday morning. But a lot of this trading action has really came up this Monday. So guys, if you guys are watching the channel right now, obviously if you're driving or you can't get to your keyboard, what coins are you guys going into coins over the last couple days? Are you kind of just testing the market? You're watching the market with the current coin picks that you have. What is people's general sentiment on this channel? I'm asking you guys, so drop it in the comments. I want to know, what coins are you watching? Are you buying coins? Are you in crypto and you're just kind of in this thing where you're in it, but you're not like acquiring massive new positions? You're maybe just kind of increasing positions. I want to know right now, you guys to drop it in the comments. What coins are you guys buying? Give me three coin picks right now, because we're going to pull those coin picks up here on the screen. And if not, if you guys just want to joyride and continue watching the show, that's great too, because we love that, and we can always look at a few coin picks that I'm interested in, guys, because with this stuff, guys, there's a tremendous amount of action that can happen pretty quick, and we're making sure we're staying on the front side of that action, simply because we want to make sure the coin picks that we're telling you guys about have room for growth. Over the last couple days, a lot of people, there were some mixed emotions about some of the videos we dropped over the weekend. I was getting some commentary as I was kind of feeding from those videos, trying to make some enticing short videos for you guys to You know, if you're watching the channel, either kind of just bypass or for people that are in the broader crypto YouTube world searching for. A lot of people, you know, they were showing me mixed emotions on some of the coin picks that we were dropping. And, you know, a lot of times, guys, I do try to hype coins that I'm invested in, but I also wait for that moment to do so, right? You know, you don't have a lot of people in crypto YouTube that are really talking about a lot of the spread up there in the top. But you know, Bitcoin Cash is kind of one of those coins that people do talk about. It's not obviously as broadly discussed as, you know, some bigger communities, Ethereum, Cardano, some of these. But I would say it's up there with like Tron and other coins that are even higher in market cap, higher in trading volumes at the current moment. And you know, this is what the crypto community is talking about. This is not just what I'm talking about here. And we just have to make clear. We have to make that distinction very clear, simply because I'm not just saying, hey, Bitcoin Cash is the top altcoin of 2026. There is aggregated data backing up that claim, and people can go and when I say something, I really encourage people to kind of dig more into it of what it is that we're talking about, because we try to give you kind of a surface layer per se. We don't really like to just give you everything. We want to make you kind of look into it a little bit more, simply because when you look into it more, you also become knowledgeable, and you can bring that feedback back here to the channel, which we can kind of have a broad discussion in either the live chat or in the comments on the videos, which is, I think, single-handedly the greatest part about this channel is the fact that you know, I am censoring all the bots. I am censoring all the FUD in the chat box that most YouTube content creators don't censor. Therefore, the conversations become convoluted and confusing because somebody tries to open up general specific dialogue about a certain topic, and they're just caught with spam and disassociations from what they originally asked, which is why that we're trying to censor all those bots to try to give you guys honest commentary, honest reviews, and a general dialogue that can be kind of talked about among people without having to worry about skipping 30 bots trying to buy, you know, trying to tell you to buy, oh, Elon Musk is buying this, Binance is doing this, blah, 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 blah. We try to set the chat up so, you know, there can be general dialogue where we can actually have a conversation. Okay, that's, and a lot of these YouTubers, just so you know, especially the live YouTubers, some of the bigger channels, for one, a lot of those viewers in those channels are trying to push the live chat in a certain direction. And we actually saw this happen firsthand back on, if you guys remember, BitBoy Crypto, if you guys were in crypto a couple years ago, him being like one of the main crypto channels that was doing live streams. And I actually went into the channel and questioned a lot of the stuff they were saying about. And I actually, you know, I would pay money to have my chat highlighted and question some of those things and kind of put it highlight in front of the chat. And they didn't like that very much. Those comments not only got deleted, but the moment there was money included in those comments, you could see the panic in their eye, because I was shifting the chat from something that was a controlled narrative that they were pushing into a reality questioning some of the stuff that they were saying. So luckily for this chat, guys, we have enough people in the chat where we can have a conversation and dive into further comments based on the fact that we don't have a narrative to push here on the channel. We just have the coins that we have. You know, I'm interested in building out bigger positions based on my income for those coins. And we just generally have a group of people that are just general crypto enthusiasts that watch the channel that don't really have any type of, there's not really any type of motivation to push a specific narrative. That's why we talk about so many, is because, you know, I believe in having a diversified portfolio. You know, this is not just with crypto. It's you know, it's with real estate, your personal stuff, to flagship some of your wealth in a variety of different places. That way, you're more insulated by volatility, but you're also increasing your potential upside based on your diversification. So that's a lot of reasons we do what we do here on the channel, and we cover so many topics and cover more of a holistic, broader macroeconomic view in the crypto space, while kind of focusing more and analyzing a little bit more on the tokenomics, because a lot of people coming into crypto, they're not aware of the tokenomics at all. So if we can kind of put that in their head initially, it gives people a lot better edge, especially if they're coming in, at a time where the crypto market is essentially high, right? High, in maybe a bubble state, or a situation where the prices could be elevated. Gives people an opportunity to kind of jump in and understand some of those tokenomics, which we always fall back to here on the channel because they never fail. There's never going to be a change in these tokenomics that is going to cause price collapse or downside risk in terms of those tokenomics, because we're choosing to not talk about tokens like that. There's also a real reason too that I think people find interesting here on the channel, is that we always circle back to those coins up there. We always circle back to those coins up in the top of the screen, and there are a few others, Litecoin, Cardano, Tron. There are others we do dive into, but people that have been watching the channel, they're amazed, because they're not amazed, but I would say that they keep their enthusiasm, because we keep returning back to the original coin picks that we've been talking about since I made that little graphic that's sitting above my head almost 3 years ago. So there is some confidence level there that builds, especially when we start seeing breakouts on various coins: Monero, Zcash, Dash, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Decred, pretty much every coin up there other than BSV, which people that are buying BSV, I think, are only becoming more bullish, right? That would only make sense. So it's not in Neo, probably too, which is kind of ironic. Those are sitting right next to each other above my temple. So let's jump in here in the chat here. Let's see what people are saying here, and appreciate you guys lighting up the chat. It is good to light it up. DigiDollar, baby. I just got some Doge, GMX, Trump, and WorldCoin and Creditation. I would say those are probably good coin picks. I think those coin picks, if people are looking for, let me say this the right way. I think if people are looking for coin picks that are a little bit obscure, a little bit kind of going against the grain of what we kind of talk about, I do think that now is actually a good time to do so, because these coins are at an all-time low, like Mr. Altman, right, with WorldCoin, right? This was his coin here. It's down from $11. I know it only shows $9 on there, but to be fair, some of these coins are hitting lower lows, right? So if people are going into some of these coins, they're going into them at a very low level in comparison to when it would seem that most people were going into them, right? Like, that would be kind of the thing, is that we would note that that was the kind of the changing thing, was that the coins are at all-time lows. Because if they're not at all-time lows, they don't fit the crypto rubric that we're talking about here on the channel, then it becomes a bit risky, right? Like, if you were jumping back on WorldCoin back a year ago, well, I mean, fuck, man, you're down, right? Actually, hold on a second. We need to actually make sure that that is true. Let's see, a year coin. Yeah, so you're down. I mean, it touched $2 last September, a couple months ago, right? So, like, people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting on, if they've been waiting on to get on their favorite meme token. We still have some of these community leaders going to crypto conferences, right? I saw that Bonk, the Bonk creator, is scheduled to go to speak at the Consensus crypto conference down in Miami. I think, what is it, May or September this year? When is that crypto conference? Can anybody drop it in the channel? So, you know, it probably does make sense if people have been looking at some of these more higher risk coins that were like, you know, we don't really understand the tokenomics, but we do kind of, we can't deny that there are communities there. You know, some of these coins could be potentially buy zones now comparatively to kind of what we thought a year ago, right? Because it's the crypto market is down to 2.3 trillion. Bitcoin is under 70K. Ethereum is still at $2,000, and we've seen really a deconstruction of broader altcoins. A deconstruction meaning a price decline in broader altcoins. I mean, guys, Solana's at $85, and we can find lower lows recently. You know, we can go back a month ago, and we were, I feel like we even touched high 60s on some exchanges, right? So, you know, and if we look at coins like this a year ago, these coins were at 200 bucks, right? I mean, Solana's down 50%. I know it says 30, but let's go from the high. We're down 50+% on Solana. All right, we never crossed really much over $200. And if you go back and you find one of our popular videos on Solana where we thought some of this market manipulation within the altcoin market or the meme token market, you know, Solana is 10,000% up still. We're starting to get into the days where the coins that we talk about here on the channel are like the picks that were Solana at $9, right, during the bear market. That is kind of where the altcoin market has kind of settled. Some coins are doing a little bit, you know, better. Like, I mean, I'm surprised, not surprised, but, you know, some coins like Bitcoin Cash are still kind of showing some type of resilience in this downward market. You know, last time we went under $70,000 Bitcoin a year ago, last March, right? Last March and April, we dipped down to sub 275 Bitcoin Cash. That's just one, you know, I know I'm cherry picking on Bitcoin Cash, but there's a lot of coins like this. Like even look at Cardano here. We'll pull it up here for you on the screen. A year ago, Cardano is, I mean, look at that. We were sitting at $1 on Cardano. We are 1/4 where we were a year ago almost, guys, on Cardano. I mean, just to put everything in perspective. And we're not talking about a coin that, Cardano is not a top 3,000 coin. It's a top 10 coin, all right? It's a top 10 coin. Let's pull up the volumes for you, see what we're happening on the volume list. Let's see if some of these coins have raised up here. Looks like Bitcoin Cash climbing on the volume again. It's spot number 11. Looks like Cardano, 10, Dogecoin. I saw Dogecoin spike a little bit last week. And, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the spread here in this crypto world is we're seeing a decline broadly in the crypto altcoin market while seeing sideways action in some of the bigger known altcoins in Bitcoin market. Would that be true? Would you guys agree with that? Drop it in the channel. I mean, just say true or false. If you agree with that statement. We're trying to back up what we say here on the channel. Would you guys say, if you guys are just tuning in, drop true or false? I don't know. Can I do a quiz here for you guys? Can I drop a quiz for you to answer yes or no? Do you think that's true? Because it seems to be true. Bitcoin, sideways market. Ethereum, sideways market. Broad decline in the altcoin market with a few specific altcoins stable. Bitcoin Cash, right? There's some that are even up. Zcash, Dash, right? Dash and Zcash are both up, and I can pull those up for you here on the chart to clarify kind of where we're taking this. So drop it in the comments, guys. True or false? Is Bitcoin, and this is just a simple question. Is Bitcoin running sideways? Is Ethereum running sideways? Let's look at it for a year. Are most of the altcoins down? Or what? I mean, most of the altcoin market's down. The only coins that are up, really, guys, and I'm gonna toot my own horn here, are up in that top screen. All the newer ones, guys, are down. All the newer ones are down, guys. Monad, all these other coins, meme tokens, Bonk, all those coins that you heard about are down. There's a few coins that are up, which I do think there's some resilience there. I'm surprised Cardano is down. That's one coin that I am surprised it's down. We're up 46% for the year on Dash. Let's pull up Cardano. And I do kind of have my own reasonings on why Cardano is down, guys. I think Cardano is actually probably one of the best coins that I would consider buying in establishing a whale position. Ethereum Classic, Cardano, and yeah, I mean that would be the two. I would even look in maybe to Stellar Lumens. Let's look at it where Stellar Lumens is. Yeah, Stellar Lumens is 43% down, but it's actually it's more down because we actually went up higher. Look at that. It's crazy. And log chart doesn't scare us so much when we look at it. We're not so like, we kind of see where this stuff is going a little bit better. So it looks like Mr. Fool got canned again, my man. What's with you getting fired from everywhere you go to? You must be telling people about crypto and then they jump in and lose a bunch of money, huh? All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for you today. Appreciate you guys coming in. We're trying to keep it at about 30 minutes today. I got to actually do some actual real work today. So it's been a pleasure, guys, talking with you here on the channel. As always, we appreciate you guys coming down. I'll drop a quick little video here at the end, guys, if you want to support the channel. You know, you can always support through YouTube. I like to try to bypass that and give you direct access to crypto support, direct crypto support, which I think is a lot better. And hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care. What is up? What is good? I hope you're enjoying the live stream. I wanted to take a moment to let you guys know, as you're enjoying the live stream, that there is several ways that you can help the channel and help the community that we're trying to build here on Cryptocurrency Theory reach a broader audience. And obviously the obvious ones are like and subscribe, but past that, what you can do is you can share the videos on Twitter X, a platform that I've been banned from for several years due to what I think is some BS. But also here on the screen, guys, I have a couple different coins that I personally love, and I hope that you love too. And if you would like to donate any cryptocurrency, guys, just know that as a cryptocurrency enthusiast, this is the best thing that you can do to support the channel. You know, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, that's great too. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more exciting for me is when I get a crypto payment. And if you do give a crypto payment, throw it in the chat to let me know that you sent the payment so I can give you a personal shout out, because it means a lot and it's a lot of fun, which is the whole reason I got into cryptocurrency in the beginning. Was it's a whole lot of fun getting those crypto coins and then holding them and stacking them and that kind of thing. Because every crypto I get, guys, I think of it like a wall. Every brick that I lay on that wall, I intend for them to stay there. So if you see your favorite cryptocurrency on the screen, or if maybe there's one that's not on the screen, let me know because I'd like to add it to the screen. And let's get back to the live. Let's go.